Alright, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to jump straight into it. Alright, I just want to get this scripture out of the way. I'm not really going to explain it. It pretty much explains itself, and it is what it is. I just want to read this scripture, alright? And then we move forward. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. It says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against Yahweh." All right? And like I said, I'm not going to explain that. It is what it is. If you understand it, if you don't understand it, hey, it is what it is. All right? But that being said, I'm going to read this scripture. I'll probably bring it back out again. I just want to get it out of the way. I just want to focus on the videos. I don't really want to talk too much. The videos pretty much, I just go in the spirit. But the videos pretty much, I just wanted to spotlight some fire videos that I saw, man. Because remember, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned how I was watching the news, France news. I think it's France 24, that world news channel, France 24, I think is what it's called. But they were mentioning Ukraine, and I told you Ukraine has been in the news lately because of that. NATO has been building up. I got the videos. You'll see. But Ukraine has been in the news lately, right? And I overheard them say that they were talking about Ukraine being majority cashless, man. That was recent. This was I believe it was January when I heard that. It was December or January I was watching, because I like to leave the news on while I'm cleaning the house and shit, and just let it run in the background, and it caught my attention. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna read this and then we jump into the videos, man. Lord's willing, it's edifying. All right. It says Revelations 13 and 16. We all know it. I'm not gonna break it down, or I'm not gonna. If you don't know it, it is what it is, man. At this point, okay. It says Revelation 13 and 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Okay, and that mark is the RFID microchip. Okay. And there's no repentance from that, okay? If you take that chip, you will be destroyed, okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? So I just wanted to get that out of the way, and let's jump into the videos, all right? Okay. First one I wanted to play was this, because like I said, I overheard that Ukraine was cashless, man. So I was looking it up. I was trying to find some information. There's a couple things on it. This is from September 11th, 2017. All right. So this is a real old video because we're in 2019. Okay. So this is from 2 years ago. All right. Keep that in mind. And I told you I just watched in 2019 or the end of 2018. I can't remember. Don't quote me. But it was either December or the end of December or going into January, the beginning of January. I overheard that they mostly catch us over there. And I think in this video, if I remember correctly, he said they in 2017, the people over there was like 30% already cashless. Like 30% of them was already cashless. And when I watched lately, majority of them were cashless. Okay. I'm gonna let most of this play. This is I'm not gonna really jump in unless the spirit hop on me. But I put it on my page already. But I just wanted to make sure you guys. This is a very good video, man. It's a lot of stuff being said in this. If you can see what's really going on, all right. So bear with it. Rock with it. I know it's kind of boring maybe to you, but listen. Be circumspect. Think of precepts.
Welcome, you're watching Head to Head. I'm Antonina Antosha with UATV. Cashless economy in Ukraine, what state of it is now, and what kind of habits do Ukrainian citizens have when it comes to cashless payments?
And remember, this is from 2017. This is 2 years ago. And anyway, you heard what I said.
To have a more detailed talk on the issue, we're joined today by Ruslan Kravets, Deputy Director of the Strategy and Reform Department of the National Bank of Ukraine. Hello, and thank you for coming.
The bank. He's part of the bank. He's connected with the Rothschilds, the oligarchs. If you could foresee, if you have eyes to see just now, like I said, this whole video was fire. But you gotta be, if you gotta use your eyes off, man, because we already know what's going on. All right. Like I said, I do my videos for the hopeful elect, and we know what's up. We know who's who. We know Esau is the so-called white man. Okay. We know who Israel is, Yasharala. We know. Okay. We know who the Northern Kingdom is. We know who the Southern Kingdom is. We know who everybody is, okay? We know Gog and Magog is Russia, and we know they're also Edomites, okay? We know the chief house of Esau is the Amalek, okay, which are the banking families, all right? So we know who's who, okay? So we can see what you devils are really doing, okay? So like I said, I do my videos for my brothers, okay? Not for you scoffers.
Hello. So, cashless economy. What is it all about?
All. He calls it all, small and great. It's gonna affect everybody, bro. It's gonna affect everybody, and it's starting in Europe. It's a bit like the brothers always bringing out Sweden, whatever the hell you call that place. How they're pretty much cashless, and everybody over there is chipped. Okay, a lot of them over there is taking a chip left and right. They're having chipping parties, man. They going out on the weekend, turning up and getting chipped, man. Condemning themselves to death. Okay? And like I said, Ukraine been hot and heavy in the news, man. Alright? Hot and heavy. NATO is hot and heavy in Ukraine also, man. And NATO is that beast, man. Okay? NATO, like the Apostle Dahar brought out, NATO is the sword of that whore. The whore is riding on the beast, right? She's sitting on that beast. The whore is America. Okay? America, Babylon the Great, okay, and she's riding that beast, that system, and you know what I'm saying. NATO is that sword in her hand, on the beast, and EU is the military part of it. I mean, Slovakia, EU is the financial part of it, okay. If you can receive it, what I'm saying, all right. And that beast is hot and heavy in Ukraine, man. They got their troops built up over there, and like I said, they pretty much cast us over there. We right there where the Lord said, man. We in them times, man. Trim your lamps.
Cashless economy, this is about transactions, and this is about transactions, useful transaction for.
And Salaki, this dude looked like a damn devil, Salaki, man. He looks smooth, words smoother than butter, but war's in his heart. Look how he's smirking and smug. He know wicked. He looked like he got an ulterior motive behind him, man.
Citizen to make a very safe and very fast operation. And the general idea of cashless economy project.
I can guarantee you he has a microchip too. He's up there. He's already chipped, man.
To change habits of citizens to use.
Oh, Slovakia, man. I mean gradualism. I'm gonna run that back because that was cold what he said. I'm talking over. I'm gonna let the videos go. I'm talking over it, Slovakia brothers. But like apostles always said, gradualism. That's how this devil works. He slowly conditions you to something, like cell phones, for example. Like the phone, for example. It went from being attached to the... I don't know how old some of y'all are, but it went from being... You couldn't even take the bitch out the house, man. You couldn't... Matter of fact, used to have a long-ass cord. The long-ass cord, you should take it from room to room. You know, damn near choke a nigga, right? And then it went to cordless in the house. Wireless phones in the house, okay? And he probably been had all certain type of technology, but he wasn't gonna just put it out there for you. Just like the internet, it came out slow as fuck, and then he gradually opened it up. Like I'm not gonna say what I've done or what I do or whatever, but trust me, this devil has you can have access to the internet, you can have super lightning speed internet, but he don't want to open it up like that. He could have the internet free for everybody, but he don't want to do that because he's a devil. But anyway. I digress. But yeah, it's gradualism, man. He gradually does things. And anytime he does something, it's not for your benefit, man. It's to destroy you. He gradually conditions you. You know what I'm saying? He gradually, he beat that shit out of us hard. I was going to say he gradually took our heritage from us. But he stripped that shit from us hard. He chased us out out of Jerusalem, man, in 70 AD, which I got a video on that. I wanted to go into that too. Let me let the video. Let me stop talking, man. Let me run it back. Okay, but he does things gradually, and that's what you're gonna see. That's what this dude is saying. He's gonna speak on it. It's damn devil. Salakia, brothers.
About.
Cashless economy, this is about transactions, and this is about transactions, useful transaction for citizen to make a very safe and very fast operation. And the idea, general idea of cashless economy project is to change habits of citizens to use
to change habits of citizens, to conditioning, to slowly condition you to not having money on you. It's easy, it's convenient, it's safer. It's much better. It's for your benefit. No, it's for your demise. It's to destroy you, man. It's to destroy you, okay? It's to destroy you, and it's gonna go from being in your phone or whatever the hell. Cause like right now it's downtown Orlando, right? We got these bikes set up. You could fucking have you don't have to have no cash on you. You could pay for the bike without anybody. They drop the bikes off. They just sitting there on the street. All you need is your fucking phone. You need the internet. That's why they're gonna push that 5G network. Everybody, they need that worldwide. Everybody's gonna be on that 5G network because they have to have Wi-Fi. Everyone is gonna be chipped, and you're gonna have to receive. You're gonna be constantly connected to the Internet of Things. Everything is pretty much on the Internet of Things. Look that up. I ain't gonna explain it. Look it up. And they want to add you to the Internet of Things so they could track you, so they could keep track of you, so they could see. They could just monitor. You can't run. They're gonna be able to track you. It's gonna have GPS in it. You're gonna be able to do transactions on it. It's gonna have your birth records, and the chip is gonna be able to heal people, man. They may have. It's gonna have all type of benefits, man. You see it all. They're pushing it in the gradualism. That in their movies. Upgrade, their shows, Black Mirror on Netflix. Who do you think controls everything? They control everything. Amalek, they control Hollywood, they control your media, they control everything. And they're gradually pushing it. Okay, I'll run that back again. Okay? Salakia. Look at this devil smirking. Smoother than butter. War's in his heart, man.
Cashless economy. What is it all about?
Cashless economy, this is about transactions, and this is about transactions useful.
This is about transactions, and he calls it all, both great and small, free and bond. It's about transactions, man, that no man may buy or sell. It's transactions. I care not, I ain't gonna quote that. What Maya Amshire, whatever the hell that dude, that wicked ass Rothschild said. He cares not about. I think he said about either. He cares not about who rules or what God you serve or whatever. Just give me control of the money, something like that. I'm butchering it. Who gives a shit, right? Like I said, it's about transactions that no man might buy or sell. I'll run that back again. I probably went back.
Bank of Ukraine. Hello and thank you for coming.
Ukraine, like I said, NATO is hot and heavy in Ukraine. I got other videos to show you that. Ukraine is one of the places to watch, man. You see?
So, cashless economy. What is it all about?
Cashless economy, this is about transactions, and this is about transactions, useful transaction for citizens to make a very safe and very fast operation.
Deputy Director of the Strategy and Reform Department. It's gonna happen, man. That's their agenda, bro. That's what they gonna push. That's what their end goal is. Deputy. He's the sheriff. I shot the sheriff. He's a sheriff, man. The Deputy Director of the Strategy and Reform Department of the National Bank of Ukraine. And all these banks are connected. They're all connected to the IMF, man. There's only a few countries that wasn't connected, bro. Like Libya. That's why they who was it? Gaddafi? Omar Gaddafi? Because he didn't want to get down. That's how these devils operate, man. Get down and lay down, man. That's why he's a deputy director. Man, these devils, man. Wow.
And the general idea of cashless economy project is to change habits of citizens to use cashless payments instead of cash.
So you're
They're gonna
saying
do away with
to
the
change
dollar.
the habits.
They're gonna do away with the dollar. They're gonna do away with the euro. They're gonna do away with the fucking yen. They're gonna do away with the whatever the hell else currencies people is using. They're gonna do away with EC currency, whatever, you know, whatever the hell you got. They're gonna do away with it, man.
Of the citizens for the better, because you're stating that cashless payments are actually more safe than the ones that are made in cash. Am I right?
No, it's not. It's more.
And remember, this is from 2017.
Safe because the cards payments and then other types of payments are more safe than the cash payments. For example, if you lost your card, you can block it.
And what's more safer than a chip in your goddamn hand or a chip in your goddamn head? Okay, they show you that and they show you the world, man. They showed you that in a Minority Report. That's how they want it, man. You're gonna be able to go walking through a train station and shit. Hi, Mr. So and So. Oh, wanted Mr. They got man, bro. We right there. We right there. We right there.
With your bank.
What's that movie? Repo. Well, I think it was Repo Man or something like that, where they had the organs and shit, and they could track the organs, man, and they would go repo. I think Forrest Whitaker was in it. I think if I'm right. Anyway, man, we right there.
If you're a new one, and
right
your
there.
money will be safe for usage. But cashless economy, this is not just about save. This is about convenient usage of the payments. For example, right now this is most popular to use cash, to use card for payments, but sometimes it's more useful to use mobile applications
She's serious, but he keeps smirking. She don't really know what's going on. See, she's not in the know. She's not in the know. Okay, she's a low level Edomite, I perceive. You know, she could be confusing her faces, whatever, who knows. But for the time being, let's keep it real. She's a low level Edomite or whatever. She ain't in the know, okay? All right? But this dude here, he keeps smirking. He's in the know, bro. He knows what's up.
Also, with development of internet services and the internet markets, it's necessary to provide some service.
It's necessary. It's necessary because they have to. It's part of their agenda. It's part of their defense strategy. Whatever the hell he said, director of whatever the fuck he is. Right? It's part of their strategic whatever. It's part of their goal, man. They got a plan. They got an agenda, a wicked agenda, man. Okay? But guess what? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has an agenda for that ass. Okay? And his agenda is gonna come through, and yours is not gonna come through. Okay? That's it's good. Anyway, he got you in the trick bag.
To execute transaction without card. So this is one of area of cashless economy project.
Okay, would you say that
cashless
payments are
one area of cashless project? So there's multiple. What's the main area? That damn RFID microchip. See the internet, all that. Salakia. Anyway, go watch this video. I don't want to make this too long, man. Cashless economy in Ukraine. Okay, I put it up on my page already, so you can go watch the whole video. Okay, he was saying a lot of slick shit, man. A lot of slick shit. I wanted to show you right this real quick because I don't want to make this too long, man. Okay, Ukraine requests NATO military buildup. Russia sends troops to border. Okay. This is from December 14th, 2018, so the end of the year, end of last year, which is not that long ago. All right, so let's listen to a little bit of this. Salakia, not bad. Ukraine requests NATO military. NATO is the beast, man. Part of the beast. NATO and the EU make up the beast. Ukraine, like I said, they cashed us. So I just posted you the video. Go watch it. Go watch the rest of it. Go do your own research, man. Let each man be fully persuaded in his own mind, man. Okay? Ukraine requests NATO military buildup. Russia, which is Gog and Magog, sends troops to border. Okay?
A growing military buildup in Ukraine and Russia has put the
wars and rumors of wars. That's all. That's what time's in, man.
World on edge. Ukraine has imposed,
like the Lord said, He was gonna put the hooks back in her, man. He was gonna put the hooks in her jaw. The Cold War, you thought, nah, this anyway.
Was martial law and requested a major NATO military presence in the Black Sea, and Russia is sending troops to its border. In a disputed incident on November 25th, the Russian Coast Guard fired at and captured 3 Ukrainian Navy vessels that were trying to cross from the Black Sea into the Azov Sea. Russia claimed these waters as its own territory and said that it told Ukrainian ships not to enter, but they were refusing to respond to its radio warnings. Ukraine, on the other hand, has called this an act of Russian aggression and has claimed that Russia is preparing for an invasion. The Ukrainian government exploited this Azov Sea incident and responded by imposing martial law in the country. This martial law...
And if you can receive what's going on, Ukraine is just another proxy country that they're using, just like Afghanistan and all that shit. Those are proxy wars, man. Ukraine is with America, man. Let's keep it a buck. Ukraine is with Israel, okay? Let's get out of this, man. Like I said, I just wanted to spotlight that. You can go rewatch this whole video yourself. Do your own research. Keep it moving, okay? Ukraine is with America and Israel, man. Okay, and Russia ain't stupid. Like I said, that Ukraine is one of the last footholds that America, and right up button up against Russia, man. Let's watch this video. Oh, this is the main reason too. This is a very good video. It's mad long. I ain't gonna play it. It's like it's 36 minutes, right? But it's mad good. Okay. I hope one of the elders. I wish that if one of you brothers know, I try to get in contact with one of the elders or something. I want them to do a response to this video here. This brother, this is an Edomite, a so-called Jew, I believe, I perceive, maybe, I don't know. But he's going into a lot of history, right? And I'm not the biggest history expert. I know enough. I know probably more than most. But he's going into a lot of meat, man, a lot of deep stuff. And I'll run through it a little bit, and I shut it down when the spirit hops off of me. But this is a very good video, man. You're going to see. He's exposing these motherfuckers, man. Going into what's really going on, the truth about the conflict with Russia, okay? And you'll see, man. He's going off on some things because he doesn't fully understand, and I'll try to include you brothers in what he's going off. Just like he don't have the 100% truth, man. But it's very edifying. But anyway, like I said, I hope one of the elders would do a response to this video here. The truth about the conflict with Russia. Terror Times. This was from January 5th, 2019. Terror Times. The truth about the conflict with Russia. All right, so let me let this run, and I'm gonna shut it down after this, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go.
So what's with this conflict between...
So I'm gonna stop him right here, okay? So I was watching I watched so many videos, man. The brothers in GMS Dallas, they be doing the GMS, the World War III algorithms. Though that's very good. GMS Dallas in class, I think 3 is their channel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, they be doing algorithms on what's going on in the world. And I was watching other videos on what other Edomites are saying. And what happens? All these countries, majority of these countries, I could be wrong, but they're allies with America and Israel, because we really know America just a puppet, man. Israel is really, what I'm saying, you so-called Jews, the Amalek, that's the chief house, man. Okay, and America, Trump and shit, they just do whatever. America's the corporation, man. Okay, but we know this is just your little melt, your test where you test shit out. You test all your fucking GMOs. You test all your you test everything out on us, man. Damn devils, man. But anyway, yeah, this is their chief horse, their chief. I don't know how their chief. I don't know. The golden cup, man. That's America, basically. But anyway, but Israel, you damn Amalekites are the ones that's really behind things. Your banking family, man. The chief house of Edom, because Edom. He had they had dupes, man. The dukes of Edom, all right? The kingdom was split up just like Alexander. He always split up the kingdoms. Just like Alexander split up his kingdom, okay? You know, it said evils were multiplied, but he split the kingdom up. And that's what you see. Esau, they're all over, man. But they're still all one family. They're all one nation, Edomites, okay? The Germanic tribes, they're all Edomites. They were warring with each other, you know, over and over, but they were still one family, one nation, I mean, okay? It's no different than now. They always war with each other. Okay, because that's his nature. All right? That's just what he does. That he goes around and he wars with everybody. He wants to conquer everybody, including himself. Okay? But anyway, like I said, most of these places here are now allies with America. All right? And this is Russia, of course. So Ukraine is like the last place, if I'm not mistaken, that needs to be taken over, and then you'll see all this shit here. They'll basically America be right here butted up against Russia, okay? And that's what you see. They sending troops to the border. That's what I just brought out, to the border. The border. They're sending troops here, okay? And like I said, they already Cashless here, all right? So when all martial law is implemented, okay, it don't take nothing for them to take that chip, bro. That's what's gonna happen to America. Venezuela, all over. Martial law is you're gonna go through Jacob's trouble. All hell is gonna break loose. All manners of hell is gonna break loose, and then they're gonna implement martial law and force that chip on you. Okay. Right now it's all willy nilly, but trust me, they're gonna force that shit. All right.
between Russia and the Ukraine. There's more to it than what the mainstream media is trying to feed us. So let's take a look.
And the mainstream media is backed by you Amalek, okay? You damn Rothschilds, okay? We're not stupid.
Look, for those who aren't familiar with that particular area, here's a map of Ukraine showing its location between Russia.
Like I said, I hope one of the elders will do a response to this video, not my video. You can if you want or whatever, but to this video in particular, man. I'm nobody. I ain't nobody. I'm just another brother learning just like all of y'all. That's why I always big up the elders, man. The elder apostles, man, who I learned this truth from. I didn't just wait. The Lord didn't just put this shit. I was taught and I studied and I looked and I searched the scriptures as you should do, okay? I ain't nobody. I'm a wicked and I sin just like everybody else. But I repent and I try not to. And I try my best to do what the Lord said, man. And I ask for forgiveness. That's a difference. That's what it's about, being humble. You're not being all puffed up and thinking you all self-righteous. We all pieces of shit, man. You watching the video now, you a piece of shit. Cause you sin. You can't tell me you don't sin. And if you break one commandment, you break them all. That's what the Lord said. That's to humble you. We are perfect. Yes, if your sins are forgiven, the hopeful elect, we hope that we're perfect. We hope that the Lord forgives us. Okay? That's why you got to give diligence. Okay? But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, like I said, I hope the elders do a response to this video. This is a very good video. It's kind of long, but I know, especially Apostle Elder Tahar, and Apostle Elder Gabar, Apostle Elder Ramlov, they into the history like real good. I know enough to navigate. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see I could perceive, what I perceive, but don't quote me. You know what I'm saying? What I think is really going on with the history, because this guy goes off.
And Europe. In order to
Like this right here, he goes off a little bit. I try to, when I can, like Japhet and all that shit. I believe he's going off a little bit. All right.
understand what this current conflict is all about, it's necessary to
He is correct, though. It is biblical.
look at some history. The current conflict between the U.S. and Russia is due to one simple reason: the Ashkenazim.
Okay, which I believe that's correct, because Ashkenazi is the chief house of Edom, which is the Amalekites. They're the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilts, those people. That's who runs the world. That's who run the world. Okay. Everybody, you got other Edom, but they lower level Edomites. There's levels of things. Okay. Just like in go back to like Queen Elizabeth, go back to the Middle Ages and shit. There was levels. You had nobles. You had serfs. There's always levels. Every kingdom had levels. Okay, there's no difference now. There's always levels. In simple terms that people can understand, you got millionaires, you got billionaires, you got trillionaires. Okay, who I'm talking about, they don't. There is no nares for them because they printing the money. They own everything. They own everything. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The shatas. Okay, rude wise, the king of kings, the nobles. Okay, the one who the Lord said we're gonna bind with chains of fetters. Okay, and iron, and bash them in their fucking heads with fucking scepters, man. Ugh.
They have a debt to settle with Russia.
Gog and Magog. Russia is Gog and Magog. Okay, and Gog and the Lord said that Russia was going to come be a defense to everybody. To Persia. He's going to go into Persia. Okay, that's what it's about. And if you know if you watch the Synagogue of Satan, one of the things that the Rothschilds did was that they sent a lot of the so-called Ashkenazis, Amalekites. They sent them into these so-called Arab countries, man, to infiltrate and intermarry. So a lot of these Arabs, so-called Arabs, are Edomites, man. Tears. That's Esau always does that. He does it. He did it to us. He did it to so-called Levi. He did it to so-called Simeon. He always sent the Spaniards. Oh, Spaniards are Edomites, man. Okay, he always does that. He's gonna go into that. That's why I perceive that he. I'll let him speak, man.
The Ashkenazim are descendants of the Gentile gold.
The Ashkenazi are Edomites, man. Amalekites. Okay, descendants of Esau, the dukes of Edom. All right. And I'm not up. I'm not puffed up, man. I don't know it all. Okay, so if I'm off, correct me. Like I said, that's why I want to put this video. Correct me, because this is a very good video that the dude was going into. Okay.
Boy Ashkenaz, who is a Japhetite.
Which is off. He's not.
According to Genesis,
which is off. He's not a Japhite, man. He's a fucking Edomite. Okay, he's an Amalekite.
The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Javan. The sons of Gomer,
And if I'm not mistaken, the apostles can correct me, but what happened was that that land there, Japhite, the land of where Gomer is, where Russia is now, where the Edomites are, because the Russians are Edomites also. Okay, but what happened is that land originally belonged to Japhite, but they kicked Japhite out. All right, Japhite is no longer in that land. But I could, that's not what I believe the breakdown is on that. Could be mistaken. That's why I said I want somebody to respond to this video. Okay.
Ashkenaz, Riphath,
Matter of fact,
Togarmah.
I'm gonna present it to my camp. I'm gonna bring it up to the camp so the brothers can watch this video. Cause this is a hell of a good video. I ain't even gonna run it through. We're gonna do a sit down on this or something. Cause this video I know is edifying.
They are a resilient, roaming Turkic people.
Now, I believe the Turks are the Persians, man. Okay, which is the Iranians and stuff like that. He goes off. Okay.
They have a knack for reinventing themselves.
Who has a knack for reinventing themselves? Is you goddamn the Amalekites, Ashkenazis, Edom. Edom always reinvents themselves. The Persians never reinvented themselves, really. They told you they were Persian. The ones that always reinvent themselves are the Edomites, man. Okay? You guys are always hiding, taking off. You culture vultures, man. You took our goddamn heritage, you goddamn devils. The Ashkenazis, okay? Converts.
And they first surfaced in the world annals as the notoriously barbaric Scythians or Akkadians,
that is. I'm not sure
depending
about that.
on regional
That's what
phonetic.
I'm not up on the history.
The word Scythian or Akkadian or Circadian comes from the word Saka.
I'm not sure about all of this, so that's why I say I'm not and I'll probably go ahead and do some research and stuff because it's about growing in the truth. So I'm gonna go and do my own research, and I might, if nobody does it, I'll probably come back and correct this guy, man. Because I know my spirit just told me he's going off on certain things because the Iranians are the Persians, man. Okay.
With its Iranian verbal.
I've already done videos on who Persia is on my channel. Okay, so you can't trip me with that. I've already been diligent enough to know who's who in the scriptures.
Root sak, meaning to roam. The Scythians settled in Central Eurasia, which they conquered with their Gentile brother Togarmah and various other cousins, expanding across a vast tract of land that encompassed.
So what I believe he's going off, but what I believe he's trying to say is that the Persians, okay, helped. I could be off, but I believe that's what what I'm receiving is that the Persians helped Gog and Magog is what I think he's gathering. Okay, who was really Russia at the time? That's what I'm perceiving. Okay, that's why they're siding with each other. That's why the scripture said that Gog and Magog was going to be a defense unto Iran, because I told you Iran are the Persians. See, he's going off somewhere. He's going off a little bit.
Compass, but was not limited to parts of present-day Turkey and Iran. Their Gentile brother Riphath, along with their uncle Japheth.
It's interesting that he keeps saying they're Gentiles too, because they're heathens. They weren't Israelites, man. None of them were. The Persians aren't. They're heathens. Okay, they were not. He's gonna go off again too. I'll correct them there too. But it's funny that all of them. He called them Gentile with their Gentile brother heathens. Okay. They're not part of this thing.
His descendants settled in Greece. Later on, they reinvented.
And see, that's how you know who the wicked is, because the wicked, like he said, always is running, man. They keep reinventing themselves. They change They keep change. You don't know who's who, man. Biblically, okay. They move the borders, man, like the scripture said. What that scripture? Call the places after their names or some shit like that. I forget it exactly. They call I forget it, man. Who? Anyway, you get the point.
Themselves and settled a land they would call Khazaria.
Edomites, man.
From the word Khazar.
Amalek.
With its Turkey
converts. Jewish converts, man. They converted to like I know this part of the history. They were under persecution, man, because everywhere they go, everybody realized they were the devil, man. People were onto them. People were onto these so-called damn devils, man. Amalekite. Everywhere they go, everywhere they went, they were under persecution. So what happened was they looked around and they were trying to figure out which religion that, would have been much more convenient to enter into. And they chose, of course, the one and only religion that there is that was true. Every other religion was false. They weren't stupid. Esau is our brother, man. He knew. Okay, so he tried to get his birthright back, man. He converted to so-called Judaism, and wicked ass niggers, 2/3 allowed it, man. Allowed the Romans to come in, man, and shit. Okay. Even before that, I believe the case. I'm not the sharpest on the timeline, but I know they came in, bro, with the Khazarian. They converted. Okay, we allowed it, man. Which the scriptures completely say that you can't. There ain't no converting, man. This is a nationality thing. You either Israelite or you're not. It's a birthright. Okay, it's about the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. All right. But anyway, you notice I said Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I didn't say Abraham, Isaac, Esau, and Jacob, because Esau gave up the birthright. It's not about Esau's seed, which is Amalek, Edom, Idumea. Anyway, I'll let this play.
Meaning to Rome. Following the breakup of the Western Turkish steppe empire, then the country converted en masse to Judaism.
No, we did not convert. Jerusalem did not convert. Okay? In 70 AD, we were fucking sacked by the Roman Empire, man, and we had to flee. Okay? And we were scattered. We were all over prior to that anyway.
Pharisaism, sometime between 740 and 920 AD.
The Pharisees are who allowed them to convert, the wicked Pharisees, man. You know what I'm saying? Allowed Pontius Pilate in them around that time. We were already invaded, man. We were already occupied, okay, by the Romans, who were so-called white people, Edomites.
Just so they could remain independent of the two competing empires at that time, Christianity and Islam. Judaism was the most actively proselytizing religion.
What it was, but they knew it was the one true power. They knew. Back then they knew. They knew. They knew about Egypt. They knew back then. It wasn't. They knew.
Religion,
They knew.
explained Jewish historian Shlomo Sand. The most significant mass conversion occurred in the 8th century.
Like I said, they were converts. Converts. That's why they call themselves Jewish. Jewish. They're not the people. They converted.
In the massive Khazar kingdom between the Black and
Khazarian Empire.
Caspian seas. You can see a map there showing this area. Black Sea and the Caspian seas.
But anyway,
And
yeah,
Khaz-
like I said, listen, I'm gonna go do some more studying. Hopefully, somebody else does a response to this. But yeah, this was a very good video, man. And that the spirit, the Wadi Habashim Yahweh led me to this, and yeah. But anyway, you know, it all goes, it's all connected, man. And like I said, we in them times, brothers. You know what I'm saying? I know this is probably boring. This is probably deep milk meat or whatever. You ain't interested, but you know, the elect are. You know what I'm saying? The elect are. So like I said, very good video. The truth about the conflict with Russia, terror times. Okay. And like I said, hopefully I'm gonna shoot it to my camp, and we go through it. And you know, I want to make sure I edify people properly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feed down no bullshit. Okay. But anyway, with that being said, Lord willing, it was edifying. Keep pushing, man. We almost out of here. Shalom.